My beloved child, do not look away. Do not rush past these words as if they were just another noise on your screen. Something holy is calling you. Something urgent, but not frantic. Calm, but unstoppable, like a tide of light moving toward your heart. You have felt the vibration of an alert before, the rush when a message pops up, the hope that maybe this time it will be the breakthrough you are waiting for. You have seen words like these: urgent. Go check your account. You have hoped, maybe secretly, that a miracle amount would appear. You have dreamed of someone unseen, someone unimaginably wealthy, suddenly deciding to pour abundance into your struggling life. You have thought, if only a billionaire would notice me, if only a blessing that big could drop into my reality. Hear me now, beloved. The words you are reading are not another empty promise, not another false alarm. This is not a trick. This is not a scam. This is heaven interrupting your scrolling because your spirit has been crying out. Archangel Michael says, I am sent to you in this moment, not to play with your hope, but to answer it. You have been carrying more than you admit. Bills, responsibilities, silent regrets. Smiles on the outside, storms on the inside. You know what it feels like to stare at a bank balance and feel your chest tighten, your breath grow shallow. You know what it is to do the math again and again, hoping somehow the numbers will miraculously change. You have whispered, is there anyone who sees me? Is there anyone who knows how close I am to breaking? You have wondered if the universe is rigged against you, if favor is only for others, if wealth chooses the same few faces every time. You have opened messages promising riches and closed them, half angry, half longing, tired of illusions, yet still hungry for rescue. Listen closely. Heaven has heard the groan behind your laughter, the cry behind your competence, the ache behind your strength. My beloved child, you are not invisible. Your tears are not random. Your struggle is not pointless. I stand beside you now, closer than the device in your hand, closer than the thoughts swarming in your mind, closer than the fear in your chest. I have walked with you when you thought you were alone. I saw you checking your account at night, pretending you were just organizing, while your heart sank. I saw you apologizing for things that were never your fault. Apologizing for needing help. Apologizing for existing. I saw the moments you pretended you weren't worried about money, about time running out, about chances slipping through your fingers. I saw your disappointment when you opened emails promising miracles and found only more ads, more noise, more emptiness. You are tired of being played with. You are tired of hope being used as bait, tired of your longing being mocked. So hear this clearly. Heaven does not mock you. Heaven does not tease you. Heaven does not dangle false hope in front of your face. I am not here to tell you to expect a stranger to suddenly drop physical millions into your earthly account. I am here to reveal something greater, something deeper, something that changes not just your balance, but your entire understanding of wealth. Archangel Michael says, there is a bank account in your life that you have never fully checked. An account where heaven has been making deposits since the moment you were conceived. You have looked at the wrong screen, beloved. You have measured your worth only by numbers that can vanish, digits that flicker and change. But there is another account. The account of your destiny. The account of your identity. The account of your unseen inheritance. In that account, heaven has credited you with what your soul has been starving for. Not just money, but meaning. Not just survival, but overflow in spirit, overflow in courage, overflow in wisdom and opportunity. You think you are poor, because of what one screen tells you. But heaven has already credited you with riches your mind can barely grasp. Hear this number, 900 million. Let it ring in your heart like a bell in the night. This is not about a currency that can be counted by machines, but a measurement of abundance that your spirit understands. 900 million breaths of mercy kept you alive when darkness tried to swallow you. 900 million quiet protections you did not even know you received. 900 million seeds of potential woven into your mind and hands and voice. 900 million unseen alignments waiting for you to step into who you really are. Heaven has already credited you, beloved. You are not starting from zero. You are not abandoned at the bottom. You are more resourced than you know. Your account is not empty. Your life is not bankrupt. Your future is not foreclosed. Your story is not over. But there is a condition, a divine principle, a sacred clause written into your design. Only those who open this now can access it. Not, open this message, the way you open every other notification, but open this truth, open your inner eyes, open your heart. You have treated your spiritual account like spam in your inbox. You have left the notification unread, buried under fear and cynicism. You have carried an inheritance and walked like an orphan. You have held divine credit and lived like you were always in debt. My beloved child, I am here to wake you up, to press on the screen of your soul until you finally open what has always been yours. You ask, why does it feel like I never have enough? Why does it feel like doors close just when I think they might open? Because you are trying to pay the cost of your calling with a currency too small. You are trying to fund a divine purpose with human fear. You have tried to buy peace with busyness. You have tried to buy love with people-pleasing. You have tried to buy safety with shrinking yourself. But heaven says, your true wealth is not out there. Your true wealth is in here, already credited, waiting to be activated. Look back at your life. The times you should have broken but didn't. The times you should have given up but somehow kept going. Where do you think that strength came from? Who do you think kept sending courage into a heart that wanted to stop beating? Those were deposits. Heaven's own currency flowing into your inner account, even when you cursed the sky. You didn't earn every breath, beloved. You didn't earn every sunrise, every kind word that found you, every open door you did not expect. Those were credits from above, signs that you are not forgotten, that you are carried, that your life matters far more than you think. You have been living as if everything depends on you alone, as if you are the only one holding your world together. No wonder you are tired. No wonder you are anxious. No wonder you are reaching for any message that whispers relief. Archangel Michael says, heaven is not angry at your desperation. Heaven understands your exhaustion. Heaven is moved by your silent prayers. But heaven refuses to let you stay in a lie about who you are. You are not a beggar at the gates of life. You are an heir of a kingdom you barely remember. You are not standing outside in the rain hoping that someone rich will throw you a crumb. You are already written into the will of heaven. There is a divine billionaire, not of earthly markets, but of mercy, of ideas, of possibilities, who has chosen you. Chosen to credit your existence with meaning. Chosen to credit your path with guidance. Chosen to credit your heart with love that does not expire. This giver is not reckless, not random, not cruel. This giver is just, and the justice of heaven is coming for you. You have been underpaid in life in more ways than money. Underpaid in kindness. Underpaid in respect. Underpaid in safety and joy. Heaven has been keeping record. Not to punish others through you, but to restore what was stolen in you. To return what life tried to subtract. There are balances owed to your soul from years of doing right and reaping wrong. From sowing love and harvesting betrayal. Heaven has not forgotten. Heaven has not gone silent. Heaven is not blind to the injustice you have survived. I am sent now to announce a correction. A divine reversal. A shift in the invisible books of your life. The account of your pain is about to meet the account of your purpose. The account of your lack is about to collide with the account of your inheritance. But you must participate. You must open what is being offered. You must allow yourself to believe that something good could actually be for you. I know you are wary. I know you have been disappointed, scammed, tricked, abandoned. I know trust feels expensive. You have hardened your heart to survive. You have lowered your expectations to cope. But in lowering them, you have sometimes lowered your head, forgetting that you were made to walk upright in dignity. My beloved child, lift your eyes. Lift your inner gaze from the tiny window of one screen to the endless field of what heaven can do. You have worshipped the balance on a page as if it is the final say. You have let it declare over you, success or failure, worthy or worthless. No more. Today, heaven interrupts that lie. Your worth is not a number. Your future is not a line of code. You are not merely a consumer. You are a creator. You carry blueprints, solutions, and songs that do not exist anywhere else on earth. The 900 million credited to you are not just mercies and protections, but ideas waiting to be born, connections waiting to be stepped into. For every time life said no to you, heaven stored up a yes. For every door slammed in your face, heaven marked a door with your name. For every humiliation you swallowed, heaven prepared a table of honor you have not yet seen. For every night of lack, an unseen storehouse was quietly filled. You have been waiting for wealth to knock on your door. But heaven has been waiting for you to knock on the door of your purpose. Archangel Michael says, there is work only you can do. There is light only you can carry. There are people only you can reach. Your inheritance is tied to the courage to become yourself. To stop shrinking. To stop apologizing for existing. The real miracle is not money materializing without meaning. The real miracle is you finally seeing who you are. You are the investment. You are the project. You are the account heaven has been funding all this time. This is why you were fought so hard. This is why despair chased you. This is why self-hate tried to own you. Because if you woke up, everything would change. The forces that profited from your fear and smallness knew that if you ever checked your true balance, you would stop accepting scraps. You would stop dating beneath your worth. Stop working beneath your potential. Stop talking about yourself as if you are a problem instead of a promise. You would stop living like life is something that happens to you and begin to live like someone sent with a mission. My beloved child, breathe deeply now. Let this truth sink past your defenses, past your sarcasm, past your tired smiles. You are rich in ways you have never counted. Rich in resilience. Rich in empathy. Rich in creativity forged by hardship. You are wealthy in stories that can heal others. Wealthy in understanding born from your own broken places. You carry 900 million chances to begin again. 900 million reasons you were preserved. This message finds you not by accident, but by alignment. Not by algorithm alone, but by assignment. You have been asking for a sign, a confirmation, a clear word that you are meant for more than this. Hear it, you are meant for more than this. More than constant anxiety. More than barely getting by in your soul. More than pretending you are okay while you slowly fade inside. More than working yourself to dust for things that do not feed your spirit. Heaven does not ignore bills. Heaven is not indifferent to physical needs. But heaven knows that if your soul remains starved, no amount of money will save you. So the credit being released today starts on the inside. Peace, first. Clarity, first. Courage, first. From that inner wealth, new choices are birthed. New pathways appear. New streams of provision flow. You have asked for a deposit of money. Heaven is answering with a deposit of wisdom, a deposit of boldness, a deposit of strategy. That is worth more than any sudden transfer with no roots. Because what you build with wisdom and courage cannot be easily taken. What you become cannot be repossessed. Do not despise this. Do not say, I only want cash. For cash alone cannot heal your nightmares. It cannot mend your spirit. Yet know this as well. When your inner account is full of purpose and courage, your outer life begins to reflect a different kind of abundance. Opportunities that once passed you by begin to pause. Ideas you were once too afraid to act on start moving your reality. Resources begin to align with assignment. People begin to appear who match your new sense of worth. This is the real transfer. From fear to faith. From scarcity to sufficiency. From self-contempt to self-respect. My beloved child, can you feel it stirring? Can you sense something in you waking up, stretching, remembering? That is your true self checking its balance for the first time. That is your destiny hearing it is fully funded. Yes, fully funded. Not halfway. Not barely. Fully. Funded with enough grace for every mistake. Enough strength for every assignment. Enough guidance for every decision. You do not walk into the future unbacked. Heaven stands behind you like an unshakable guarantor. There will be challenges. There will be misunderstandings. There will be days when you feel the old panic. But in those moments, remember this voice. Remember this revelation. Remember to check the right account. Not only the app in your hand, but the atmosphere around your heart. Ask, what has heaven already given me for this moment? Has heaven given you patience? Use it. Has heaven given you a creative idea? Act on it. Has heaven given you a connection, a friend, a mentor, a chance to learn? Do not ignore it. Each of these is part of the 900 million already credited to you. Pieces of a larger provision you cannot yet see in full. Do not compare your path to another's highlight reel. Do not measure your calling by someone else's pace. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right where heaven can reach you. Archangel Michael says, the season of feeling disqualified is over. The sentence of never enough is overturned. You have believed that you must become someone else to be blessed. That you must erase your story to be chosen. Heaven says, no. You are chosen with your story. Not despite it. The cracks in your past are not disqualifications. They are the places where heaven's light will shine through you. You thought your pain made you less. Heaven says your pain has prepared you to carry more mercy, more compassion, more power. You will not waste what you went through. It will not be meaningless, not in heaven's economy. What was used against you will become part of what you used to liberate others. What tried to bury you will become the soil where your purpose grows. This, too, is part of the divine credit in your account. Experience turned to wisdom. Suffering turned to strength. My beloved child, release the shame you hold around your finances, your past decisions, your perceived failures. Heaven is not standing with crossed arms, replaying your mistakes over and over. Heaven is leaning toward you with solutions, with fresh starts, with gentle correction and fiery love. Allow yourself to be forgiven. Allow yourself to learn instead of merely punish yourself. Allow yourself to move forward without dragging chains of condemnation. The chains around your mind have cost you more than any overdraft fee. They have taxed your sleep, your joy, your relationships. But now, there is a sound in the spirit like metal falling to the ground. The sound of links breaking. The sound of captivity ending. Can you hear it? The sound of unworthiness losing its grip. The sound of I can't turning into I will try. The sound of I'm nothing turning into I am cherished. The sound of it's too late turning into there is still time. This is your release. This is the beginning of your reversal. This is the moment heaven marks you as awakened. Stay with me here. Do not run back to numbness. Do not scroll away to drown this voice in noise. Your future self is watching this moment with tears of gratitude. Because what you do with this revelation will shape everything. You do not have to change your entire life in a day. Heaven is not demanding perfection. Heaven is inviting direction. One small yes to your worth. One small step toward your purpose. One small boundary protecting your peace. These are transactions in your favor. Movements of wealth from fear to freedom. Perhaps your first yes is simply this: to believe that I am not forgotten. To believe that I am backed by heaven. To believe my account is not empty. Let that be enough for now. Let that seed be planted. Heaven will water it. Heaven will grow it. From that belief, new boldness will rise. You will send the message you were afraid to send. You will apply where you feared rejection. You will pick up the passion you laid down in despair. You will say no to what drains you, and yes to what aligns with who you truly are. Each of these choices is you spending from your divine account. Not recklessly, but intentionally. You are allowed to invest in your growth. To invest in your health. To invest in your calling. You are allowed to rest without feeling guilty. Rest is not laziness, it is stewardship of the vessel heaven moves through. You are allowed to dream beyond survival. To imagine a life where you are not always bracing for the next blow. These permissions are part of heaven's gift to you. They are line items in the 900 million of mercy and possibility. Do not wait for someone outside you to finally validate your worth. Heaven has already stamped you with approval. You are not a mistake. You are not taking up space that belongs to someone else. Your existence is intentional. My beloved child, a great reversal is underway. What once defined you will no longer hold that power. You were labeled by your lowest moments. Heaven is relabeling you by your highest design. You were counted out by those who never understood your journey. Heaven is counting you in, fully, joyfully, decisively. You were viewed as a liability, too broken, too much, or too little. Heaven sees you as an asset, a carrier of light, a necessary part of the great tapestry. You will not always feel this way. There will be days when doubt creeps back in, whispering its old scripts. In those days, return to this message. Return to this truth. Return to the knowledge that you are already credited. Say it aloud: my account is not empty. Heaven has invested in me. I am backed. I am supported. I am not alone. Let your own voice become part of your rescue. Let your own words agree with heaven's words over you. Your tongue has the power to either overdraft your spirit with constant self-attack, or to deposit life with kindness toward yourself. Choose life. Choose to speak to yourself the way heaven speaks to you, with truth and tenderness, with correction and compassion. This is not selfishness. This is alignment. When you live from a full inner account, you become generous, not from obligation, but from overflow. You will give encouragement because you know what it feels like to be empty. You will share wisdom because your own pain was turned to gold. You will open doors for others because you remember what it was like to stand outside, face pressed to the glass. In this, the investment of heaven in you multiplies. What was credited to you begins to credit others through you. This is the true wealth transfer. From heaven to you, from you to the world around you. A flow of love and justice, not confined to accounts, but touching every part of life. Archangel Michael says, "Mark this moment in your heart. Not with fear, but with reverence. Heaven has called your name. Heaven has exposed a lie. Heaven has offered you a different way to see yourself. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are standing at the threshold of a new understanding of abundance. If you choose, right now, to open your inner account, to let go of the belief that you are always one step behind, something will shift. You will begin to notice synchronicities and signs you used to dismiss. You will begin to see your own ideas as worthy of action. You will begin to treat your time as valuable, your boundaries as sacred, your gifts as necessary. This is how heaven's credit moves from theory into practice. From words on a screen into transformation in your days. You do not have to know every detail of how your life will change. You only have to say yes to being changed. Heaven will handle what you cannot. Heaven will open what you cannot force. Heaven will close what you are too afraid to shut. You are not alone in this reordering. Angels surround you, guiding, guarding, whispering reminders when you forget. When fear says, "You are on your own," remember this voice that found you. When shame says, "You have nothing," remember the 900 million acts of mercy behind your survival. When despair says, "Nothing ever works out," remember that you are still here, and that your continued existence is proof of unseen help. My beloved child, let peace settle on you now like a gentle weight of glory. Not a weight of worry, but a blanket of assurance. Feel your shoulders drop a little. Feel your jaw relax. Feel the tight grip around your heart begin to loosen. You do not have to hold everything alone. Let heaven hold you. Let heaven carry what you were never meant to bear by yourself. Rest is part of your inheritance. Joy is part of your inheritance. Laughter that does not hide tears is part of your inheritance. You will not always live in crisis mode. You will not always feel like collapse is one bill away. As your inner account fills with trust and wisdom, you will make different choices. You will walk away from what is killing you softly. You will rise into work and relationships that align with your value. You will build things that carry your spirit, not just your exhaustion. Heaven is not promising a life without struggle. But heaven is promising you will never face struggle without support. You will never be truly empty again, because now you know where your true wealth lies. In the faith that you are backed. In the courage to show up as yourself. In the wisdom to say no to what depletes you. You are moving from desperation to direction. From begging to building. From waiting for a miracle to realizing you are part of the miracle. Your awakening is part of heaven's plan for this world. Archangel Michael says, stand up inside yourself. Straighten your inner posture. Lift your head. You are not a random viewer of these words. You are a chosen receiver of a divine deposit. Carry this with you into every room you enter. Into every decision you face. Into every fear that still tries to whisper your name. When you check your account next time, do it without self-hate. Look at it with clear eyes, then look beyond it with spiritual eyes. Ask, what practical step can I take from wisdom? Ask, what small action aligns with my larger purpose? Heaven will meet you there. In the practical and the mystical. In the spreadsheet and in the secret place. You are not cursed in money. You are being trained in stewardship. You are being upgraded from survival thinking to kingdom thinking. This upgrade will touch every part of your life. How you see love. How you see opportunity. How you see yourself when you look in the mirror. No longer a person scrambling for random favor, but a person walking in steady, backed purpose. Pain has tried to write your identity. Heaven takes the pen back now. A new story is being written in you. Let it be written. Agree with it. Speak it. Live it. My beloved child, you are infinitely more loved than you have dared to believe. You are infinitely more supported than you have felt. You are wealthier in spirit than your fears will admit. And from this day forward, you will not forget so easily. A mark has been placed on your awareness. A holy notification that will not fully disappear. Each time you feel small, you will remember, my account is not empty. Heaven has credited me. Each time you feel alone, you will remember, I am seen. I am backed. Help has already been sent. Each time you are tempted to give up on life, you will remember, there is more in me than I have tapped into yet. And as you remember, hope will return. Strength will return. Vision will return. This is my promise to you, spoken from realms that do not lie. You will rise. Not by the fantasy of effortless riches, but by the truth of who you are and who stands with you. You will see small beginnings turn into steady growth. You will feel old fears lose their power. You will witness unexpected help appear, not always dramatic, but always right on time. You will know in the depths of your being that you were never forsaken. Never discarded. Never written off by heaven. Hold on to this, especially when the noise of life tries to drown it out. Return to these words as often as you need. Let them be for you what they were meant to be, a key turning in a lock, a code opening a vault, a revelation crediting your soul with light. My beloved child, I bless you with renewed mind, with healed self-worth, with bold steps into your true calling. May you live from fullness, not emptiness. From trust, not terror. From knowing you are backed, not fearing you are forgotten. The greatest wealth you will ever know is the certainty that you are loved, guided, and never alone. Walk in that wealth now. Spend from it freely in kindness, courage, and holy daring. Your account is open. Your credit is good. Your name is known in the courts of heaven. Go forward in peace, in strength, in quiet confidence. For heaven has spoken, and it is so. Do not turn away, beloved. Do not think the message is over just because the words paused for a moment. There is more heaven wants to pour into you. When you said, "Give more," your spirit was shouting louder than your lips. It was your deep place saying, "I am ready for a fuller portion." Archangel Michael says, when a soul asks for more light, heaven does not refuse. When a heart reaches, heaven responds. So I come again, pressing even closer, like a hand on your back, steady, strong, unshakable. You have lived much of your life on half-truths about yourself. Half seen, half heard, half believed. You were praised for surviving, but not guided in thriving. You were given just enough hope to keep moving, but not enough understanding to break cycles. That is changing. The veil over your self-worth is thinning. The fog over your purpose is lifting. You asked for more, and more is coming, not as noise, but as precision. There are spiritual contracts written over your life, agreements you never consciously signed, but you have been living under them. Agreements like, I must struggle to deserve anything. I must stay small to be safe. I must not ask for too much. I must hide who I am to be loved. These are overdraft fees on your soul. They drain you even when you are doing nothing wrong. Heaven did not author those lines. They were written by fear, by pain, by the voices of those who only saw their own wounds. My beloved child, your true contract is different. It is written in the language of light. It says, this one is designed for overflow. This one is authorized to carry hope. This one is resourced for a specific assignment of goodness. Your inner bank holds the codes of this contract. Every time you feel a deep pull toward something loving and brave, a piece of that code is reading itself aloud. You have felt it before, the sudden knowing that you are meant to help, to speak, to build, to comfort, to create. And yet, often, right after that knowing appears, another voice rises up to shut it down. Who are you to do that? People like you don't get to dream that big. You don't have the right connections. You'll just embarrass yourself. That second voice is not heaven. It is the echo of old poverty in the spirit, the residue of being treated like your desires are dangerous. Today, those echoes are being confronted. Not with anger toward you, but with fierce love for you. Archangel Michael says, I draw my sword not against your heart, but against the lies strangling it. Every time you deny the goodness in you, you agree with those lies. Every time you shrink back from a healthy opportunity, you co-sign the old contract. But you are not bound to that contract forever. Heaven has written a new covenant over you, signed in grace, sealed in mercy. You are allowed to tear up the terms of self-hatred. You are allowed to decline further participation in your own belittlement. This is not arrogance. This is alignment with the truth of your design. The 900 million credits you carry in your spiritual account include permission to walk away from what harms your soul. Permission to forgive yourself for not knowing what you did not know. Permission to learn new patterns without constant self-punishment. You have blamed yourself for things that were done to you. You have blamed your heart for trusting, when it was your environment that was unsafe. You have turned your anger inward instead of toward the injustice itself. And in doing so, you sentenced yourself to a prison heaven never built. But listen, beloved. The doors of that inner prison are not locked from the outside. They swing inward, waiting for you to push gently. Heaven is not holding them shut. Heaven is standing on the other side, saying, come out. It is time. Walk with me in your imagination now. See a vast hall of light, columns stretching up beyond sight, the air humming with quiet power. This is the treasury of your true inheritance. Not a fantasy, but a picture your spirit can understand. You stand at the threshold, hesitating, feeling underdressed, unqualified, like an intruder. An old voice tells you, this is for others, not for you. You do not belong here. But then, you notice something. On every column, written in light, is your name. Engraved on the walls are scenes from your life, the nights of tears, the days of effort, the acts of kindness no one thanked you for. This hall knows you. It recognizes you. You are not a stranger here. You are the reason it exists. You walk in, trembling but moving. In the center you see a table piled high with scrolls and keys. Each scroll is a strategy for a season of your life. Each key is an opportunity heaven crafted to fit your hands. One scroll contains the idea that will feed you and others for years. Another holds the words you are meant to speak to someone who feels as lost as you once did. Another scroll guards the wisdom you will need for a relationship that will heal you instead of harm you. Each of these treasures has been in your account all along. But fear kept you in the outer courtyard. Heaven is calling you into the center now. You are meant to unroll these scrolls with your choices, to turn these keys with your courage. You ask, how do I do that? How do I move from just surviving to truly using what I've been given? Listen closely. The first step is to stop cursing your own life. The words you speak about your future are withdrawals or deposits. When you constantly say, I'm doomed, I'm always broke, nothing ever works out for me, you write those lines onto your inner contract. You authorize them to operate in your atmosphere. You swipe a card that keeps declining your hopes. But when you choose, even trembling, to say, I am learning, I am supported, I am open to new ways, I am worthy of good things, you begin to overwrite the old scripts. You begin to sign a different agreement. This is not pretending that pain is not real. It is refusing to give pain the final word. Heaven does not ask you to deny your experience. Heaven invites you to reinterpret it. Instead of, I am broken forever, heaven whispers, I am being rebuilt stronger. Instead of, I wasted all those years, heaven says, those years gave me compassion and depth I will now use. Instead of, I always choose wrong, heaven prompts, I am gaining discernment with every step. My beloved child, can you feel the difference? Can you sense how these words sit differently in your body? That feeling is your inner account receiving deposits. Peace is being wired in. Hope is being transferred. This does not erase the need for practical action. Heaven cares about your daily choices. But without inner wealth, outer steps collapse. So both are needed. Inner alignment. Outer movement. Spirit and strategy walking hand in hand. There are patterns of lack you learned from those before you. Generations who had to hustle without healing. Who survived by staying small and silent. Their fear became your template. Their wounds became your warnings. But hear me, you honor them not by repeating their pain, but by healing beyond it. You are not betraying your family line when you break a cycle. You are fulfilling what their souls secretly longed for but could not yet reach. The 900 million credits in your spiritual account include generational grace, strength that did not start with you but flows through you, ready to be directed toward freedom. You carry their resilience without having to replay their oppression. You carry their fire without having to live in their cages. Archangel Michael says, "You are a hinge in your lineage, a turning point, a living doorway through which patterns change. This is why your battles have felt so intense. It is not just about you. It is about what passes through you to those who will come after. When you choose to believe you are worthy, children not yet born will inherit that ease. When you choose to talk about money and value without shame, those connected to you will walk with less fear. When you choose to rest and receive, instead of always grinding to prove your worth, you soften the air for others who watch you. This is wealth, beloved. Not only in what you hold, but in what you transmit. And heaven has already funded you for this role. You do not step into it alone. Think of the opportunities you have already walked past because you believed you weren't ready, weren't enough, weren't the type who gets chosen. Heaven does not condemn you for those moments. Heaven grieves with you for what fear stole. But heaven also says, it is not too late for new doors. The giver of purpose is not running out of ideas. There are paths you have not yet seen because the part of you that would walk them was still asleep. As you wake, more will appear. Not all at once, not in overwhelming flood, but in steady waves you can actually ride. Let us talk about your relationship with resources. You have been taught that wanting stability is greed. That desiring comfort means you are shallow. But heaven knows that constant scarcity shrinks a soul. It makes people turn against each other, hoard, scheme, or shut down. You are allowed to desire enough. Enough to breathe. Enough to think clearly. Enough to give from overflow, not depletion. You are allowed to build, to save, to plan, to improve your conditions without guilt. What matters is not that you touch resources, but that resources do not own you. You will know they do not own you when you can still be generous in spirit no matter what digits say. When you can still treat others with kindness whether they have something to give you or not. When you can still listen to the quiet voice within instead of chasing every loud promise.